is ABC Action News.
Now at 6, a disturbing case to start the new year. A 7-year-old brutally murdered.
Deputies say his stepfather beat him to death. And tonight, we uncover the sheriff's office was at the scene, then left only to find the boy dead hours later. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Harrison for Wendy Ryan this half hour.
And I'm Jamison Euler. This is 31-year-old Jack Montgomery. He was in court this morning. Deputies say he punched and threw his stepson around a hotel room in Seffner, even forcing the 7-year-old's brother to join in that beating. And
all of these details coming from new arrest documents we just got our hands on. Clifton French has been looking through those reports all day today. He joins us live now. And Clifton, what's the story on that deputy being at the scene but then leaving before finding that child?
Yeah, you know, it's in this report. According to this report, a neighbor heard a man yelling at a child in room 205. It's right over here. Now, this deputy spoke to the man inside who said he was playing loud music. So that deputy left, only to be called back 10 hours later.
He was living at the Masters Inn.
Jack Montgomery hung his head as details about the accused murder were read out loud. Deputies accused the 6'2", 270-pound man of beating a 7-year-old boy to death. Documents say he was in charge of 4 kids while their mother went to work.
He chose to not only physically discipline this child himself repeatedly by punching and throwing him on the ground, but threatening bodily harm upon the 2 brothers if they did not partake.
Arrest documents describe a horrifying scene in room 205 at the Masters Inn, where Jack Montgomery punched the child in the face and stomach, threw him around the room, and shoved his face into the carpet, forcing the child's brother to punch and kick him as well, before picking up 7-year-old Bryce Russell, fatally launching him across the room.
As described by the other brothers, as a helicopter across the hotel room into what's kind of a cabinet where he hit head first.
The child's siblings telling deputies they saw blood coming from their brother's mouth and nose, and watched as Montgomery put water on his face to try to wake him up, which never happened. He eventually put the boy in bed with his siblings.
According to the medical examiner, Dr. Krastowski, he would have died within seconds of minutes. And as if that was not aggravating enough, Mr. Montgomery took the child, put him in bed, and had his siblings sleep with him while Bryce was dead that entire night.
Montgomery denied beating the child, but did admit to disciplining him for sneaking out of bed to get a cookie. And I contacted the sheriff's office to figure out why that deputy left earlier that night. I've been told that everything is being investigated, including if proper protocols and policies were followed. I'm reporting live in Seffner tonight. Clifton French, ABC Action News.